On a cold winter afternoon in New York City, when the sidewalks were lined with slush and the rooftops were dusted and white, something happened that shocked an entire neighborhood. It began as the kind of day no one pays attention to. Cars honking in the distance, people bundled in coats, lights glowing from apartment windows. Inside one of those buildings, a young mother was juggling her toddler's curiosity with the chaos of everyday life. The kind of normal moment that every parent knows too well, where 1 second blends into the next and you think everything is under control. But life has a way of changing in the moments you least expect. The mother turned for just a heartbeat, maybe to pick up a toy, maybe to answer a call, maybe simply distracted the way humans sometimes are. And in that tiny space of time, her toddler wandered toward the open window. It wasn't wide open, just cracked enough for fresh air, the kind of crack people usually don't think twice about. But toddlers don't see cracks, they see possibility. Down below, the street was calm. A delivery worker was pushing a dolly of boxes. A man in a scarf was walking his dog. Nobody looked up. Nobody knew that in just seconds, something would happen that would make them freeze in their tracks. A shout echoed from the building. A cry from the mother who realized what was happening an instant too late. And before anyone could process the sound, before anyone could react, the toddler slipped through the window. People on the street later said time slowed down. They said it felt unreal, like watching something through thick glass. But there are moments in life where everything lines up in a way no one can plan and no one can explain. That day, winter snowfall had been heavy, leaving a deep layer of fresh, soft snow piled up along the side of the building. No one had shoveled yet. No one had cleared it away. It was just there, untouched, pure, and thick enough to break what should have been a life-changing fall. The toddler landed in the snow with a soft thump, sinking into it like a pillow. People gasped. The delivery worker sprinted forward. The dog walker dropped the leash. For a second, nobody breathed, not until the toddler let out a small, startled cry. Not a cry of pain, just confusion. The kind of cry a baby makes when they don't understand what just happened. Word spread instantly. Neighbors rushed out of the building. The mother raced downstairs in tears, shaking, terrified, not knowing what she would find. What she found was her child, not only alive, but almost completely unhurt. A little red-faced from the cold, a little scared, but alive in a way that didn't seem possible. Paramedics later said it was one of the luckiest outcomes they had ever seen. Had the snow been shoveled earlier, had the drift been smaller, had the wind been different, had the angle been off by even a little, this story would have been very different. But sometimes the universe intervenes in ways that defy reason. People in the neighborhood talked about it for weeks. Some called it a miracle. Others said it was timing, coincidence, pure physics. But the mother, she just held her baby tight and said nothing could convince her it was anything less than the world giving her a second chance. A reminder that even in a city of millions, life can still surprise you with a moment so unreal, so impossible, that it stays with you forever. The child grew older, with no memory of what happened, just a story told at birthdays, whispered at family gatherings, repeated in awe by neighbors who still couldn't believe it. A story about a day when the world should have broken, but didn't. A day when winter snow, usually just an inconvenience, became something else entirely. A cushion, a miracle, a reminder that life is fragile, but sometimes unbelievably forgiving.